Yeah.
Ray, did you say you wanted a vegetable garden? Is that what you said?
I did say that.
But how did you say it?
Please, can I have a vegetable garden?
How can you say no to that face? Anyway, this is a failed dope garden. My tenant Blake, who is very illegally growing dope. There's a certain amount of plants you can grow now. And in fact, if anybody needs these bags, we have a bunch of new ones for sale. Grow your dope, grow your tomatoes. But anyway, so tenants have moved out of the house. We're fixing everything up. I got a painter in there, rocking and rolling. And the tenants from 3 years ago tried to build a planter box, and it was in complete disrepair in a pile over here. And then the second tenant, so they built a nicer one. You could see if you're going to build a planter box, you want to use 2 by 12 material that's full 2 inches. And that is rough sawn wood. That's a full dimension. This is your typical 1.5 inch finished rounded edge. This is pine. That's redwood. You want to use redwood whenever possible. It's a little bit more disease resistant, decay resistant. But anyway, I figured, you know what? I'm going to get the full life out of this stuff. I don't want to buy any wood. And right now, because somebody dropped a vial of virus in China and inhaled, lumber prices are really high right now. So why not just use what you have, right? Get the most use out of it. So what do we have going on here? I decided, okay, well, this was kind of a hilly zone. So I decided to dig it all out with the tractor. I've got about a 1 foot cut on this side. I decided to put the planters up to it. I kind of reinforced them with some more screws and nails. And I took all the dirt from the dig and I put it on this side. And so what you can see what we're doing here, Ray is moving in all of this material, which is good material. And then we have some really good dope material. We're going to put that on top eventually. That's Blake's dope material. Said I could have his dope soil. So we're going to put my soil on the bottom, dope soil on top, and the dope soil is probably a little higher quality. And plant a whole bunch of vegetables, put it on drip. But one thing I wanted to talk about here is, rudimentary how to do this, just so you know, where we come from, we've got everything trying to kill your vegetables. Ray, can you name all the things that are against you?
Coyotes, squirrels, gophers, rabbits, eagles, foxes, deer, opossums, raccoons, skunks, lizards.
What about crows?
Crows. Birds of all sorts of sizes.
Yeah, anyway, one of the biggest ones is gophers. So you can get rid of the gophers by having some kind of a structure to exclude the gophers. Here we have a planter wood, and then we have the screen on the bottom. That's what's nice about these grow bags, though, is that they don't come up through the grow bags. They have to find the root and follow the root, and they typically don't eat through these things, even though they probably could. But anyway, so the deal is that here's the little walkway coming out of the house, right there. And there's a little opening right here. You can't see it because the bucket's in the way. We'll probably put a few stepping stones leading through here. And then you'll encounter this big wooden barrel, which we got for free. Everything here we got for free. So, but the main reason for this video is not to show you all these things, a little bit of that, but mainly to show you my invention. Ray, you want to hear about my invention?
Sure.
So you know, I always thought like, well, it's gonna take a really long time for stuff to rot and wood to rot. You know, when you're like 18 years old, you're like, oh, 10 years, man, that's like forever. But then all of a sudden you're 28 and it's rotted and you're like, wow, that was fast. So anyway, wood rots incredibly fast. You set it all up, and like this wood here is only maybe 5-6 years old. Granted, it's not pressure treated or anything, but you don't want to have pressure treated wood next to your food because the pressure treated chemical will get in your food and then you'll die. You don't want that. That's long. Trying to do the opposite with vegetable garden, live longer with really good health. So, you know, and ingesting formaldehyde and other things that protect the wood is probably not the way to go. So, like, my dream has always been some cool, inert, really easily installed material. And I dreamt and thought, you know, I have a buddy that has a concrete precast place, and I drew up a little design. I said, hey, what if you stacked the wood up with a little hole in the corners and made like a Lincoln log kind of deal that's precast, brown, just like the color of the wood, with indentations in it that look like wood, and then you can just stack up your planter box. And he's like, well, let me make one up for you. I promised him I'd make a video. So this is for him. And here it is. Look at this, guys. This is the coolest thing ever. I might actually pay him to mock up a full-size deal for me. And here's the wood. It's a little bit dirty. It's been sitting around. I promised my buddy like a year ago I'd make this video, and I'm just finally getting around to it now. You can see this beautiful grain texture. It looks just like wood. It's actually concrete. Here's the holes I was talking about. Here's the notching I was talking about. So you can see how it works. The notch is notched together like that. It's extremely simple. I didn't get everything perfectly level. I usually, on a fill slope, I usually have stuff kicking into the hill a little bit because it'll invariably settle a little bit, which then it'll be level at some point. Then it'll probably go beyond that point after 30 years and drop some more because the ground always drops. It never really comes up unless you're like under a volcano. But yeah, so you can see how old the pallet is. It's been sitting on. But here we go. Rhea, you're gonna film me. Well, another idea here. Spacing between planters. I have 27 inches. I'll demonstrate with my big body what that's like. Get down here, you got plenty of room. Reach into your bed, both sides. It's kind of nice. Normally when I design vegetable gardens, when I used to be a landscape designer, because you would walk in, you'd have about 3 feet that you reach into. And so this here would typically be a planter, but you know, we're not building a custom planter. We're just building with whatever we have. We have a real nice one we put in the front, and then we have this not so nice one, and it's still gonna be functional for a while till it rots. And then we have this guy here. This is the whole reason we're doing the video. So look how easy this is, guys. He has a finished side, which shows the wood grain, and an unfinished side, which is just kind of a stucco color. It's colored brown, and you can see what I've done here. I just laid the first row, stacked them all up, and it's just a matter of continually stacking them. And it's pretty easily done. So let's see here. Actually, this will be my very first time doing this. So here we go. We just slide it right over the hole. Come on. Is it there? There's dirt on the hole. Maybe it's harder than I thought. Let's see here. Thought it would be incredibly easy. Maybe if we go this direction. Yeah, we have to go that direction. See, yeah, there's dirt plugged in. No, I'm gonna get a different one. We'll get another one. Here we go. Number 2. Here we go. This one looks a little better. So you just kind of slide it over. This one I can see through it. There it is. And this one meets over here. Oh, wait. Oh, the way we have to do this, guys, I'm actually learning the process. You can't put these things in until we stack them up because it just won't work. That's the problem. All right. All right, now we just have to stack these things up and make the holes line up. So there's a first time for everything. You got to work it out. Sorry I had to work it out on film and waste all your time. One there. Get another one. They're kind of heavy, but not that heavy. Not so heavy I can't move. Okay, another one here. Put that in the slot, perfectly lined up. Okay. Imagine it'll be a little tricky to get that stake down there, but we'll get it done. Put this one last because that hole is plugged. Put this one here. Looks like it's going to be a pretty tall planter. There. That. They got to be really lined up. That's going to be the trick to get that peg through there. All right. Another layer. Another layer. Here we go. Get the dirt out of here. Slides right in, right? There you go. All right, next one. Make sure this layer's good. So you got a little overlap. You don't want that. You want it perfectly lined up. It's looking pretty sharp. I like it. This is going to be a tall planter. Taller than I thought. I would love to get some really big pieces. You can make these any size. Just a matter of money, that's all. I don't understand why money is such a big deal, you know? Why should everything cost so much money? You know? There. Yeah, money's important. Okay, here we go. Oh no, look at our little squirrel. That's not a squirrel.
Lizard.
Oh, lizard. Okay, here we go. Drop this one in here. Oh! They're pretty durable, don't worry. That lined up. This lined up. This one here. I figure if you got bigger pieces, you just get a little tractor like that little yellow tractor I have there. Move it around. That may not stay until I put a stake in it. I like to put a stake right now. Watch. This one's ready. It's gonna work. Come on. There. Well, it'll hold it right there for a minute. Put them all together and then we'll work on that part of it. Okay, next. See how fast this goes. I know it seems like a slow video, but I'm making the whole planner and the whole time it takes you to watch it. This would take forever if you were custom building this out of wood. Now this one's ready. I bet you that'll slide in. Oh, yep. Just gotta wiggle jiggle, just like a lot of things in life. Hey, look at that. Whew.
Nice.
Nice. All right, got one more piece coming in. Right here. Put that up. It's like a Lincoln log planter box. This will last forever, people. This is the kind of thing you could put in your will. You know, who you want to give it to. You could name people like 10 generations down the line, like make a tree and say, okay, this person gets, you know, the only thing left after the 10th generation is the planter box. Everything else has been like rotted away. Okay, now we'll see if we can peg these things in. Might help a little bit, a little persuasion. Hey, 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 look at that. That one's done.
Woo!
This one looks a little trickier. Let's see, let's get this one here. This is gonna be the trick of this whole thing here, I think. Dealing with these stakes. If you maybe just hit it a little bit, it'll find its way down there. Come on. Yeah, there. Hey, 2. We got 2. It's better than 1, which is better than none. Here goes another one. You can also use your sledge to give it slight adjustment to get it nice and square so that when you're ready to put your rod in, it'll find its mark. Hey, look at that. Oh, so easy. It's going into the ground there. See that? It pegs itself into the ground. Right here. Look at that. This one's going in because all the others are lined up really well now. Oh, that was easy. Easy peasy. EP. Look at that, guys. Look at it. It's super strong. Can't go anywhere. The other cool thing about this system is you could probably line it with plastic and you could use it as a little chill, cool tub. Or, you know, when you're done with that, and you can use it as a crypt. You know, you don't have to buy a crypt because crypts are expensive.
A crypt?
A crypt.
What's a crypt?
That's like a big, like, sarcophagus where, like, King Tut would be buried, you know? Crypt.
Oh.
Tales from the Crypt.
I thought you were saying crypt.
Like when you're dead, you know, you need somewhere to rest. You can either get vaporized and thrown out in the ocean, or you can get buried, or you can get put into a crypt. So you can buy a crypt. This could be double as a crypt. You don't have to let your descendants inherit this. You could use it yourself for the rest of the time as a crypt. Anyway, here is our planter box. We're gonna do all the soil now. Maybe when it's all cleaned up, we'll make a little video. We'll make a video when all the stuff is growing. Ray's job is to actually make a bunch of stuff grow here. Let's ask Ray what she's gonna put. What do you think?
Pumpkin, zucchini, lettuce, beets, radish, tomatoes, all of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We just watched that
Corn.
we just watched that documentary on what?
Eating plant-based material,
And excluding what?
excluding animal-based meat.
Yeah.
And proteins.
They basically scared the heck out of us, didn't they?
It's all true though. It's
Told
the
us we're
scary
gonna
part.
like not live as long and have all kinds of problems. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna do our part by planting a bunch of our vegetables. Look how pretty this looks, guys. There you go. That's how I'm gonna end it right there. That's a beautiful planter. I've never seen those before. Maybe there's a reason they don't exist. I don't know what the price point is, but that will be there forever. And you can take it apart, use it somewhere else if you move. There you go. Let's just end on the grain. Let's get some grain shots here. Look at the grain. Does that not look like wood to you? Looks like wood to me.